Hi, my name is Francisco Baquerizo Racines. I'm a visual artist from Ecuador and I'm presenting my work La Quema del planeta here in IFFR 2025. On my research as an artist, I'm really interested in coloniality, particularly the relation between Europe and South America. My work explores the other narratives beyond the established ones. Every year in Ecuador, since more than 100 years, we celebrate what we call the Año Viejo, which literally means old years, and is a practice that we all perform in the country where we burn a rag doll or a paper or cardboard doll in order to renovate the year and to celebrate the new year coming. And the motives are diverse. This practice has been heavily influenced on Western pop culture. So you could find from Spider-Man to the Smurfs to the president of Ecuador. And in this case, I decided to commission a group of artists there in the south of Guayaquil that they mostly do this at the end of the year. To replicate somehow an Año Viejo version of the VOC replica ship that is in the National Maritime Museum in Amsterdam. Due to the reason that the Nassau fleet, commissioned by the Dutch crown, burned this same city 400 years ago. So it was for me interesting to put in relation this way that we understand the fire in this particularly practice, along with this other way that fire was understood, which was mostly for destruction. So for me, it's like interesting to put these two conversations on time, marking also the idea that time is not necessarily linear, but it can really go towards different directions. In this case, this action of burning the city 400 years ago somehow marked the faith and contribute to all this amount of violent stuff that happened in this city, and somehow this city now is like the biggest, one of the most dangerous cities in the region. So I'm very interested about showing this in Rotterdam because it's exactly the other side of this story. Clearly, it's a work about ports and about the relation and the hierarchies between these two particular points, Guayaquil in Ecuador and Rotterdam in the Netherlands. And also I wanted to show also that these relations and these tensions somehow are still existing until today. Perhaps it's not driven by pirates anymore, but the relation, of course, of narco traffic and other activist activities are still very open until today. So I think that this work is very accurate, even though I'm reflecting on the past, but it's very accurate on the present. And if you really see in the world and in everything, somehow I do feel that there is always a sense of going back somewhere, not necessarily going forward, but there is something, there is always a repetition. And in this work, I'm very interested about the roles of the repetition and also related to these rituals, but also related to the structure that somehow sustain all of this, aka capitalism.